Welcome to the City Current Show, powered by Hagen-Botham Insurance and Financial Services.
This show focuses on sharing good news and powering the good in our community. Now here's your host, Andrew Bartolotta.
Welcome to the cityCURRENT Show, where we spotlight individuals and organizations making a difference and empowering the good in our community and around the globe. I'm your host, Andrew Bartolotta, and today on the cityCURRENT Show, we're diving into the intersection of faith, wellness, and transformation with Amy Elohim, a functional health practitioner and founder of Restored Identity. Amy has dedicated her life to helping others break the cycle of chronic illness naturally, combining biblical wisdom with practical, holistic healing strategies. And from her own journey of overcoming physical, emotional, and spiritual challenges, Amy now empowers thousands to detox, heal, and thrive from physically, emotionally, and spiritually. So we'll explore how she's helping people return to their God-given design, what it looks like to merge faith with functional health, and how we can all move from merely surviving to fully thriving. Amy, we are so excited to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Of course. Okay, so your story is powerful. Let's start off by what sparked your personal journey toward health and restoration.
Oh boy, I think we all just kind of get to a point where we're sick and tired of being sick and tired. And that was the point that I had reached. I had spent like 10 years in Western medicine and learning all they had to offer. I was about 5 years deep into the herbal side of it. And I was just like, when is this all going to come together? Because I was doing everything the doctor said. I was doing all of these holistic things, but it still wasn't meshing. And it wasn't until I actually stumbled upon some scripture that I was like, oh my gosh, I'm missing some really important pieces here. So.
And you do have you bring faith is woven into what you're doing. You talk and speak about returning to our God-given design. What does that phrase mean to you?
Yeah, so for me, it's just, walking in alignment in how he created us. And for me, that was when I started going back when COVID happened and we were all kind of forced to be in our home. I just grabbed my Bible for the first time ever without a pastor reading it to me and deciphering it for me. I just read it for myself and I was like, wait a second. He tells us the foods that we should and shouldn't eat. He tells us the things that we should stay away from, the lines that we should stay within. And when I started putting all of those little things into practice, everything started changing for me, even so much as I even do the Sabbath day. And just taking a day of rest is we live in a world where it's so fast, fast, fast. So actually taking a day off and just pausing and giving it to the Lord, somehow he just multiplies my time. I don't know how he does it.
Isn't it amazing how that works? And I think
It is.
for so much of us, we try to make sense of some things. And when we think that we know our best answers, but when you look back at what they've been doing for thousands of years, and you're like, why? Let's do this because it worked for them. It needs to
Right.
work for us. Or it can work for us as well. And many people feel stuck in this cycle of illness and fatigue and stress. What are some of the first steps to begin really breaking that cycle naturally?
For me, so of course I come from a biblical perspective. So the first thing I always say to people, let's take a look at what we're eating. You know what I mean? God said, pork is the leading cause of diabetes, cancer, stroke, parasite infestation, heart disease. So if we kind of just take a step back and say, okay, I really love bacon, but if I give that up, will my health improve some? I've seen people who absolutely, like love bacon and they ate it every day. But they gave it up and 3 months later, their high blood pressure they've been dealing with for years is just like gone. Or the diabetes that they were just teetering on the line with, gone. So it's just learning these little things and then walking in agreement with them.
Yes. And I love that your perspective is also root cause healing instead of, symptom suppression, which many of us are just innate to doing. And so can you explain why that approach is so critical?
Root cause, you're getting right to
The source.
Yeah, you're getting right to the source, and you
Yeah.
don't have to deal with, oh, well, because you eventually learn in this, like, like lumps in the breasts and all of these things. We learn, oh my gosh, it's just too much estrogen buildup in the body. So if we work on bringing the estrogen down in the body, we watch this cyst disappear, and then the tumor's gone.
Hmm.
There's just all these little things that we have to listen to. So if you start understanding the root of where breast cancer comes from, the root of where colon cancer comes from, and you just attack it right away, you just boom, it's gone. And then there's no more symptoms you deal with. Now, yes, the process in getting it gone is that's where it trips everybody up, because they want to go to their doctor. They want their doctor to give them a pill and say, here you go, come back in a month, you're going to be better.
Hmm.
But on this side of root cause medicine, you're forced to take accountability for everything in your entire life that you've either put in or on your body. And that's a hard pill to swallow for a lot of people, because we don't want to give up the processed food. We don't want to give up the sugar. We don't want to give up all of those things. But if we want to get better, you have to.
Yes. And pun intended when you say a hard pill to swallow, right?
Yeah.
And so also, I think, what I hear you saying too is just the role of patience and spiritual discipline playing in lasting transformation as well, because this world is so full of what's my quick fix
Right.
to suppress this symptom. How do you encourage people of faith to really take ownership of their physical health without guilt or fear?
Well, I encourage them by letting them know, like, you're gonna get better the same way you got sick over time. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? It's just one day at a time, one choice at a time in the right direction. And I love to share the story of the man at the well, or the fountain. He sat there for 38 years, just waiting for people to, like, hey, can we lower you down in? And all he really had to do was make the choice to stand up,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So, it's really what it comes down to. Are you ready? Are you ready to let go of the excuses? And it, and it's just sharing your own testimony too. When people hear where you came from and they know that you've walked through it, I think it's easier for people to open up and kind of share their story and say, this is where I've been. These are my struggles. So it's all just a matter of not feeling like I'm better than anybody, because I was once where everybody else is. Sick and tired of being sick and tired. So.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Okay, so let's switch gears a little bit to practical tips, transformation. You talk about the gut being the gateway to health. So, what are some simple practical steps people can take today to improve their gut health?
Absolutely. So first and foremost, water. I know it's a crazy concept, but a lot of people, when they come to me, I'm like, they're ready to do a whole year cleanse. I'm like, well, do you drink water? They're like, no, I drink soda and Monsters all day. I'm like, okay, well, before we even get there, how about we just
Step
water,
one. Yeah.
water? Yeah, always a good probiotic. Lots of fruits and vegetables. Just to get that digestive system coated with fiber, because fiber is what coats our digestive lining to send through all of the bad things that we don't want it to absorb. So I always say, like, if you're going to eat a meal that's bad, eat a salad first. um but just little simple things like that. Fermented foods are good for some people. Kombucha, um, digestive enzymes, amino acids, all little things that we can do. Avoid the processed sugars, the processed flour. Fresh milling your flour is the best thing. I teach people about that all the time. It's really great for your digestive system. So there's a lot of little steps you can take.
One thing that my family has experienced a huge issue with is artificial colors and toxins. They're everywhere from our food, our environment. How can families begin to make safer choices without feeling overwhelmed?
Yes, I mean, I know it's a little more expensive to make the healthier choice, but it's just the better alternative. There's so many options out there in regards to, if your kids don't want to give up the cereal, just, go an aisle over to where it's the ones where they don't have all the artificial dyes and
Yeah.
colors. I mean, they have so many options now. Same thing with candy. Like we had a storefront the last 2 years, and I recently made the decision to just, transfer back online. But in my storefront that I had a whole candy corner that was all natural, dye-free, organic candies. You can even, go down that whole rabbit hole, but there's so many options that you don't have to. And that's the thing too. When you actually start taking care of your body and you're putting the good things in, you actually don't crave the
Yeah.
bad like you once did before.
Yes. It truly is astonishing how your body will remind you when you want to cheat on yourself with a candy that is full of artificial colors and toxins and such and sugar. And then you go, okay, this is why I switched over. One of
Yeah.
my kids loves Sour Patch Kids. And so one of our local health stores has a healthier alternative to the Sour Patch Kids, and they are delicious. And I
Hmm.
don't have to worry about the hyperactivity after he has a handful, you know?
I
Um,
know it's a real thing.
it's crazy, and that's one of the reasons why my family shops a lot at Aldi, because of the parameters they have in place a lot on their brands of no artificial colors, dyes, and such. And still
Right.
quality is fantastic. But yeah, I know you mentioned that sometimes eating healthier is a little bit more expensive, but when you look at the alternative and you look at, okay, what does it cost to go to the doctor to treat my symptoms and my diabetes and my hypertension and my high blood pressure? And it's like, well, maybe it's actually more affordable to put stuff in your mouth that is better for you. And of course, I'm
That's
to the choir here, but yeah. So let's switch over to your wellness programs, because they include things like detox kits, red light therapy, functional medicine. Which of these do you see really is game changers for most of your clients?
our detox kits. Yep. That's how our whole company started. I felt like the Lord 5 years ago gave me this idea, because at the time when I cleansed my body, there was nothing on the market. They'll sell you products, but they won't tell you how to use it, what you need to know, the dangers that could happen, what side effects you can experience. So as I did this process, I wrote every step of it down. So every kit that we have comes with a 28 detailed page booklet that breaks down the entire cleansing process for you. We have seen, oh my gosh, we have so many testimonies at this point. We just had our 11th stage 4 big C word testimony come
Wow.
in and completely restored their body. We've had diabetes gone, type 2. We've had, children who are completely nonverbal now speaking full sentences. So it's pretty phenomenal what can happen if you just let go of the junk and decide to get the crap out of the body.
Yes, truly, honestly, that has to bring so much joy to you and your family, your business, to be able to say that you are truly changing lives. And it started with, you in just 5 years ago. So that's really, really cool to see. And one thing you say is healed people heal people. How have you seen the community play a role in transformation? Obviously, eliminating so many of the comorbidities they were up against. Talk about some of the ways that you've seen your community transform.
Well, they've gone and healed their people. I have such a faithful following of customers. I mean, 60% of our customers every month are return customers. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And they fall in love, and then they tell their family, and they tell their family. But the thing is teaching them the truth. And I have all my videos for free on the website too. I break it down for free how you can do this. But it's now that I'm handing the torch to other people, and they're going and they're starting their own herbal businesses and making medicines for their families. So that's some days I just cry because I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, that is really cool. What is your hope for the future of health and wellness, both for individuals and for the church itself?
Oh man, I'd really love churches to, you know, go back to being hospitals. where like the people come in and they're sick, but we like train them up, raise them up, give them their calling, teach them their gifts, boom, send them back out. I feel like it's become a place where it's almost like an insane asylum. People come in and then they just like never leave. They never go out into the world. They never accomplish anything. They just this circle and circle. And so my hope is that people, would just rise up and just accept the calling on their lives and start chasing the Lord, because I think we've learned at this point this world has nothing good to offer us.
Yes. Yeah. Those are profound words there and will help many as well. Amy Elohim, one more time, where can people go to learn more about Restored Identity, the work that you are doing, follow your efforts, and be a part of your community?
Of course, you can go to restoredidentity.com. You can find us on Facebook under Restored Identity Apothecary. TikTok, I'm under Amy Elohim. And Instagram's Restored Identity too. Come find us. We're building an online community too. We're going to release that soon so we can just, help each other heal on a deeper level.
Well, Amy, thank you so much for coming on the show and for powering the good both locally and globally with what you are doing. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Have a great night.